6 world titles. Not many people can say that in any sport. 6. You got Tiger Woods in golf, major star. Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, major stars in tennis. You got the great Chicago Bulls teams in the old days. Jordan, Michael Jordan. The list goes on. But not many. That list is not big. But you have now, and obviously, don't forget Michael Schumacher. But we are now witnessing greatness. We've witnessed greatness from Lewis Hamilton soon as he stepped foot on our TV in 2007. When we saw him started racing for McLaren, and he almost won the world title in his debut year. Almost. We knew we was witnessing something special. You can go back to the old days when you got your Jackie Stewarts. Even before him, Fangio. Then the 80s, we had Ayrton Senna, Frost, and a bit of the 90s. Then we had Michael Schumacher run rip on this F1 world from 2000 to 2004, 5 in a row. Plus his 2 wins he won with Benetton. But now, we're witnessing something special like that again. Maybe one of the greatest drivers of all time. He's definitely in the top 5. Easy. And if you don't agree with me, take a walk. Stop the video now. Don't bother watching. I don't give a shit anyway. Lewis Hamilton, 6-time world champion. 6-time. Unbelievable. We all knew it was coming today. If you watched my video yesterday, I thought he'd won the title 2 months ago. But it is official. It is now sinking in. Even the haters out there. There's a lot of haters out there on social media. Just can't give this guy credit. Whatever. Who gives a shit anyway about your opinion? 6-time world champion. Lewis Hamilton from Great Britain. And I'm so proud of this moment for him. Where he came from. He weren't one of these guys who could born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He didn't have all the driver's contracts there lining up. He didn't have the best education. He never come from a family of wealth. No, he grew up on a family council estate in Stevenage. So he's come from that to 6-time world champion. Inspiring loads of kids out there who come from maybe not the best of backgrounds and maybe thinking, no, wow, there's no way I can make it even as a racer. No chance. But when you see this guy here, Lewis Hamilton, 6-time world champion. I'll say it again, 6-time world champion. When you see a guy like that out there who came from a council background, worked hard to get where he is, never handed nothing on the plate, never. He just worked hard and he wanted it, dedicated himself. When kids see that, they think, you know what, maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do it. Never give up your dream. Never. If you've got a dream and you want to accomplish something, it don't matter if you want to be a tennis player, rugby player, football player, whatever you want to be, cricket player. If you really want to do it and you want to look up to somebody, he's right there on the screen. Lewis Hamilton. Commentators can't stand him. I don't give a shit what they think anyway. Commentators can't stand him except for Ted. Ted, Martin Brundle, and Anthony, the only 3 what give him credit. The others are just arseholes. Who cares about their opinion? The hate keeps coming in on social media. Hating. Whatever, man. Who cares? Still a 6-time world champion. And in my opinion, he's going to be an 8-time world champion. My video yesterday, I'll go back to my video yesterday qualifying. I said on my video, I don't know who's going to win it. It's in the top 5. But Hamilton, what he did today, I said if Hamilton can get a good start, he's going to be in the mix. And if you watch the race, he did. What a brilliant start, which I'll get into it in a minute. But we just got to remember this time now. 2019 F1 USA Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton, yes, I will say it again, 6-time world champion. Mercedes, 6-time in a row constructors champion. Never been done ever before. Not even Ferrari have done it. Won 6 world championships, drivers championships, and 6 team championships. Never been done before. Never. What's next for Lewis Hamilton? Lewis Hamilton says he wants to go on for another 5 years, at least. He said he wants to be a pioneer for the new generation. Pioneer. He thinks he hasn't even peaked yet. Paul the rest there. If you watch my videos, Paul the rest there. Week in, week out, never gives Hamilton credit. Never give Hamilton credit. Never. And his idiot friend, Simon Lazenbury, the one who looks like beavers and buttheads, with his big, goofy jaw. You got them two, never give him credit. Paul Di Resta said today, he's absolutely amazing, Lewis Hamilton, and he's got to be the favourite to win it next year. Now he's saying he's going to win it next year. He said it about 3 or 4 times, 3 or 4 separate interviews. He said today, after the race, he said, Lewis Hamilton is a favourite to win next year until the new regulations kick in. And I agree. First time ever I agree with that overjaw monkey boy, Paul Di Resta. He says he's going to win it next year probably, but we don't know what's going to happen in the new regulations. I agree. New regulations could open up a can of worms. We don't know what's coming. Look at Red Bull. 4 titles in a row. As soon as the hybrid era came, what happened? Nothing. Mercedes were nowhere in the V8, V12 era. As soon as the hybrid era come, Hamilton, Mercedes swept up. And they haven't looked back. You've had your challenges from Ferrari coming for the last couple of weeks. I mean, last couple of years. You've even had Red Bull trying to sneak in this year. But it still was not good enough. They still couldn't get the job done. None. No. They tried. 2014 they tried. 2015 they tried. 2016 they tried. Ferrari was very close to, in my opinion, in 2017. It was just reliability issues. 2018 Ferrari was very close, but it was down to Vettel making too many errors. This year, they blew it in the first half of the season, Ferrari. Second part of the season, after the summer break, Ferrari just blew it away, but it was too late. Damage was done. Mercedes, it was all over. They won it in the first half of the season. Ferrari tried to come back, just wasn't happening. And whoever says that Lewis Hamilton's not a good driver, you're just bitter, mate. Keep telling yourself that. And when he's shining his boots next year, with his 7 world title in his hand, and all you marks are going to come out and say, oh, no, it's not fair, you had the fastest car. So Michael Schumacher never had the fastest car from 2000 to 2004. So Ayrton Senna didn't have the fastest car in the late 80s and the early 90s with the McLaren MP4. So that wasn't the fastest car. So the slowest car is going to win the championship. Okay, then. So the slowest car, stick Michael Schumacher in old, what was it back? Oh, yeah, in a Benetton. Back in the late 90s. No, back in the early 2000s. Right? When they weren't that good. Stick Michael Schumacher in one of them cars, he wouldn't have won not 1 title. Michael Schumacher won 5 titles in a row because that Ferrari was the fastest car for them 5 years. That's it. And before that, it was the McLaren with Mickey Hakkinen. He had the fastest car for them 2 years, so he won the world title. That's how it goes. But sometimes not always the fastest car wins. I know that, but what I'm saying is, you can't just say, yeah, it was the fastest car. Vettel had the fastest car last year. Did he win the world title? Of course he didn't. You know why? Because he made too many mistakes. That's it. Simple. You can have the fastest car, but when it gets to the moments, the wheel-to-wheel moments, if your arse goes, which Vettel's arse did go, there you go. So don't give me that crap about, the fastest car. You're going to have the nerve as well. You have to have the nerve. When it gets to the wheel-to-wheel moments, makes me laugh. Unbelievable. The more you hate on him, the more he wins. And that's just the way it goes. And if you think I'm arrogant, I don't give a crap. My channel, say what I want, do what I want. If you've got an opinion, make your own channel, voice your own opinion. Done. I'll never stop and I'll never change because this is who I am. If you like me the way I am, good. If you don't, you don't. I ain't fake, never will be, and every time I'm going to state my opinion the way I see it, fair. And before anybody starts coming on my channel and go, oh, you're a Lewis Hamilton fanboy, go and watch my videos. Go back and watch all my videos, and you'll see when I see Lewis Hamilton do something wrong, I'll pull him about it and I'll say he's a flipping dickhead. Just like yesterday, I called him an idiot. If he does something wrong, I'll tell him I ain't no fanboy. I like Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, he's from Britain, so what? I like a lot of other drivers. I like Alonso. I like Lando Norris. I like George Russell. So? I like Daniel Fiat. So? He's not British, but he's Russian, but I still like him. Don't matter where they come from. I'm just saying, I'm just stating facts. That's it. Now, let me get into these notes. Right. I got a lot of notes here. Well, I have not really. I ain't got a lot of notes. Brilliant. Let's have my drink. This is the drink I had from yesterday. I never opened it yesterday because that qualifying yesterday was diabolical. This time, it was a good race. Even though Hamilton never won it, it still was a good race. Very exciting. Not a flicker. Right. At the beginning, I was sitting there watching the race. I was thinking, you know what? If it's anything like qualifying, I'm going to go upstairs, find a dark room, lie down, go to sleep. Not even going to watch the race. Not even going to watch it. Because qualifying yesterday, like I said yesterday, worst qualifying I've ever seen in the last 10 years. Brilliant start. Just a lights out of the way we go. Hamilton nailed it. Hamilton nailed it. From 5th right into 4th. Brilliant start. I thought, here we go. Long as he gets through that first turning, unharmed, he's going to be fine. First turning, the first 2 casualties of the race was Carlos Sainz. I don't know what Carlos Sainz was doing. He was on the outside and he was trying to take over while he was on the outside. Now, everybody knows if you go on the outside of the line, you can't rejoin the track. You can't gain position. He looked like he was trying to run into Albon. I don't know what. I don't know if they had an argument before the race. I'm not sure if they was playing cards last night, had a bet, and Carlos Sainz lost his money. I don't know. But it looked like Carlos Sainz wasn't happy with Albon. Carlos Sainz he threw his car into Albon. I thought Carlos Sainz damaged his car. Not to be. Albon never damaged his car, but they clashed. Under investigation it was. Soon as 2 minutes later, it came back. Nothing was wrong. Good. So they let them race. Good thing about the stewards at FIA. They're letting them race more now than there was at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, it was just too much with the penalties. Too much. And, too much with the penalties. But now they're letting them race, which is a good thing. So nothing happened in there. This is when I thought the race was getting exciting. This is right at the beginning. Hamilton took the takeover, you know, the Maggotts and Beckett's. The Maggotts and Beckett's at the USA Grand Prix. Hamilton took over Leclerc. They went behind the Maggotts and Beckett's in the first turn, and Hamilton took over Leclerc straight after the Maggotts and Beckett. It's like he late braked in, passed him on the inside. It was absolutely amazing. When I saw that, I thought, there we go. This is going to be a great race. Hamilton was on it last night. He must have ate his Weetabix last night. he done something because he come out a different man. Yesterday, he was sleeping at the wheel. I don't know what he was doing yesterday. I'm not sure if he didn't go to the toilet before he went to the car. I'm not sure if he was bloated, he had diarrhea. Something happened yesterday because he wasn't racing good yesterday. Today, he had his Weetabix all right. He had his milk and Weetabix and his orange juice and whatever he took. But he come out the blocks today, he passed Leclerc. Leclerc had no answer. The Ferrari, the great Ferrari car with a straight line speed that everybody talks about since the summer break. Straight line speed, yeah. We know they got straight line speed, but today the straight line speed wasn't helping them. Because when Hamilton passed Leclerc had no, he wasn't Leclerc, it was Vettel. Vettel had no answer for it, none. Now, even Lando Norris, he knew today he had to make an impression with McLaren. Carlos Sainz has out-qualified him. Now, Carlos Sainz has beat him in nearly every race this season. Carlos Sainz is about 60 points ahead of Lando Norris. And Lando Norris, he doesn't like it. His teammates, before at the beginning, they were kind of equal. But now Carlos Sainz is now sailing away. One word for Lando Norris. You need to stop making them videos on YouTube. Because, by the way, Carlos Sainz is fooling you. He's fooling you. Befriending you, getting inside your head. And when you get to the races, it's not. When you're on that track, there's no friends. None. It's you against them. And at the moment, you're too close to Carlos Sainz, in my opinion. You befriended him. Nothing wrong with having friends. But when you're on that track, there's no friends. And I think now Lando is beginning to realise that now. He's beginning to realise it. Because today, what a pass by Lando Norris. Lando Norris passes Sebastian Vettel. All credit to Lando Norris. Just for that pass alone, I would have gave him driver of the day. Just for that pass alone. But straight after that, Vettel started complaining about his car. He says his car's not feeling all right. I thought, not again. Vettel, is he going to get another DNF? What's happening? But after a couple of laps down the line, his car was fine. Fingy passed him, Ricciardo passed him, Lando Norris passed him. But all of a sudden, after that, he said his car, something wrong with his car. 6 laps in, he started to get back to his speed. He was gaining on Ricciardo and he was gaining on Lando Norris again. And this is by lap 6. So I thought, here we go, it's formality. What's going to happen is he's going to pass them two and he's going to go back into the front pack. No problem. Now, lap 8. This is when I thought, yeah, this is what I want to see. It doesn't matter if it was Ferrari, it don't matter if it was Red Bull, it don't matter if it was Toro Rosso, and it don't matter if it was McLaren. I want to see carnage. When I watch a Formula 1 race, I want to see carnage. I want to see yellow flags. I want to see red flags. I want to see safety cars. So show me something. I don't want to just watch boring race. I want to see takeovers. I want to see DRS zones. Actually, forget the DRS zones. Get rid of the DRS zones. Trust me. Right? Lap 10. No, lap 8. Vettel's car looked like he got hit with a World War II bomb. It looked like the Germans had come out from the air, the Nazis from the mid-air, and dropped a bomb on the back of his car. His car dropped. Vettel was hitting that turn. I don't know what turn it was. Turn 400. It could have been turn 400, I don't know. Turn 400 in the Group Grand Prix. Vettel hit that corner and all I saw his suspension dropped. It dropped like the shit out of my arse after a curry the night before. That's what it looked like. I just saw that car lean. And I thought straight away when I saw that, I thought suspension. It's got to be suspension. Suspension, rear suspension. It wasn't front suspension, was it? Had to be the rear suspension because I saw the car drop backwards. And I thought, that's him done. And at the time then I was thinking, maybe Hamilton's got a smidgen of chance of winning this race. Maybe. I would have been happy with Hamilton just getting in the top 3. It's a bit embarrassing, really. You're coming into the USA Grand Prix. You don't even get in the podium and you win the World Championship. It was a bit like 2008. When he was at Brazil 2008. And then he was in the last corner. I thought, here we go. Felipe Massa's going to win it. And what happens? Glock breaks down just before the finish line. Glock breaks down. Hamilton passes him. passes over the line. And I think he finished 7th, I think, at the time. But he won the world title by 1 point. Beat Massa. He had Felipe Massa on the back, on the front row thinking, yeah, I've won it. But Hamilton won it. But it was a bit embarrassing that he won the world title. It just feels funny to me that you win the world title and you don't even get on the podium. So third would have been good enough for me. So that was Vettel gone. He's thinking, I don't think Vettel gives a shit anyway. He knows he ain't going to win the world title. He knows Ferrari not going to win nothing. He'll probably be on his way to Red Bull soon. I don't know. Rumours that he's going to Red Bull, we don't know. You know what Vettel's like. He plays his cards close to his chest. For you know, he might have a contract with Red Bull and nobody knows about it. We don't know. It's not guaranteed that Albon's going to be at Red Bull next year. Not guaranteed. So, lap 10. Max said on the radio, he has Lewis in his DRS zone. Good luck with that. Now we move on. Ferrari said to Charles, watch turn 10. So Charles comes around on the radio and says, why? What do you mean, why? Vettel broke down on turn 10. He went over a dodgy curb, broke his suspension. So the guy comes on the radio, Ferrari, and says to Charles, be careful of turn 10. And what did Charles says? Why? Okay, Charles. So, Max pitted. Basically, Lewis was gaining on Max. Max was in second place. Lewis is in third place. Lewis was gaining on Max. And Max said, fuck it, I'm going in the pits. So Max goes into the pits. Fair enough. He knew Lewis was going to pass him, but he went into the pits anyway. So good for him. Bottas pitched 3.2 seconds. Giovinazzi pits on the hard tyres lap 18. Sainz pitched 3 seconds on lap 19 and 3.5 seconds medium tyres. Right, lap 19. He pitched lap 20. Lance Stroll pitched 3.5 seconds, puts on hard tyres. And lap 20, Gasly pitched 3.1 seconds. Done. So now we're on to lap 23. Now, a week ago, right? A week ago, Charles comes into the pits. Right? Charles comes into the pits. Hold on, let's check something. Charles comes into the pits on lap 19 or lap 23. Last week he comes in the pits, gets a 6.2 seconds. That was Ferrari's pit strategy. So I thought maybe it's down to bad luck. Maybe they've got an off week, Ferrari. Maybe they've been drinking too much last night. Maybe they've been partying. Maybe they took the eye off the ball. I don't know. But this week, it comes into the pit again. And what happens? 7.2 seconds. So he went like 6.1 seconds last week. He went down to 7.2 seconds. What an embarrassment by Ferrari. They screwed him last week, and they screwed him this week. If I was Charles Leclerc, I'll be thinking to myself, am I the main driver? I'll be going into next season saying to Ferrari, am I the main driver? Not equal. There's no equal in the team. Unless you're Mercedes, there's no equal in the team. Because I don't know how they can mess up Charles. Actually, it was 7.7 seconds when he put the hard tyres on. Last week, it was 6.2 seconds in the pits. They screwed Charles. Charles probably could have won it last week. But this week, they screwed him in the pits with the hard tyres. 7.7 seconds. An embarrassment. Like I said at the beginning of the season. Just like I told you in Australia. Just like I told you in Bahrain. Just like I told you last week. And just like I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to tell you again for the people who just first watch me. The Ferrari team, the pit team, the strategy team should be pushing trolleys at Tesco. There should be at Aldi's pumping gas. Because that's all Ferrari team are good for. This is the reason why Ferrari ain't won the title. This is the reason why Ferrari haven't won it. It's not just the driver, it's down to the strategy team as well. 100% clueless. Losers. Complete losers. If Charles Leclerc was at Mercedes, he would have won the world title. if Lewis wasn't there. I bet that winds you guys up. So, Hamilton pits lap 25, 2.4 seconds. Hamilton tried to run as far as he could go. Bottas pitted earlier. Bottas pitted on the hard tyres on lap 18. Hamilton stayed out there longer till lap 25. He done a 2.4 seconds, put the hard tyres on. That's all he could do. There's no way Hamilton could have went for a two-stop strategy and win this race. When Bottas went in and Max Verstappen went in, they went in early because they knew they was going for a two-stop strategy. Hamilton had to start longer to go for the long strategy. Just before he came in, Bottas was right behind Hamilton, and Hamilton defended as much as he could, tried to defend as much as he could to try and put Bottas off one extra lap, and then he came into the pits, put the tyres on, hard tyres, and that was in for the race. No more pitting for Hamilton. No more. Because if any chance, if he went into that pit again, the only way he could go into the pits again, if a safety car come out, it never came. So this was him now, the hard tyres. That was it. Now, medium tyres, Hülkenberg pits on, he puts a medium tyres. Stroll pits, 4.9 seconds, lap 31. Kubica retired at lap 33. Kubica. Where am I going to start with him? Look how long it took Kubica to come back to F1. This guy got told he was never ever going to race again. Never mind even coming into F1. The guy, one of the biggest comeback, probably to me the second biggest comeback in Formula 1 history. After Niki Lauda. What happened to Niki Lauda at the Nürburgring in the 70s? This was up there. This was up there, man. This was definitely up there. Kubica coming back. I know he's not in the best team, he's in the Williams. But the fact that he came back to F1 and he was good enough. Look how many great drivers around the world are trying to get into F1 and they're not good enough. But Kubica got told years ago he was never going to come back to F1. He got himself because he mashed up the side of his body. They said he was never going to come back. He came back and now he's back in Formula 1. And look at the season he's had. I know he's in Williams, but the car hasn't been the most reliable. All right, his teammates are a lot younger than him, and he out-qualifies him. I get it. It's understandable. Kubica's been out a long time. But come on, it's coming. He probably ain't going to race in Formula 1 ever again. And you want at least his last 3 races to be memorable. At least he could finish them. But in lap 33, he retired from the race. Lap 35, this is when it starts to get interesting. This is when I thought to myself, Lewis is not going to hold on. There's no way. Max Pitts put the soft tyres on. Brand new medium tyres. 2.4, lap 36. Charles Pitts puts the soft tyres on, 2.5 seconds, lap 42. Ferrari's pace today, nowhere to be seen. All right, Vettel went out early, but Charles was still out there. His pace, Charles, the Ferrari car today, they couldn't even match pace, with Red Bull. Disgrace. Losers. Ferrari losers. Bottas had his fresh medium tyres on. Max had his fresh medium tyres on. Lewis Hamilton had his dry hard tyres on that he had from lap 25. So Lewis was trying his best to hold out. Bottas kept gaining him and gaining on him. And if it weren't for the traffic, Bottas would have passed him early. But the traffic was helping Hamilton. It was helping him round the bends. But it was inevitable what was going to happen. Bottas tried one lap to pass him. Hamilton put his car in the middle, forced Bottas wide. Fair. Fair and square. It was a grey area, but fair. Even Nico Rosberg says. Nico Rosberg, former champion 2016. Even he said it was fair. But that's what Hamilton's good at. Trying every little tactic in his book to try and stay ahead. And you got people out there that say, oh, he's not that good. Whatever, man. I don't give a shit what you got to say anyway. Don't really care. 4.6 second, Lando Norris comes in, puts a medium tyres towards the end. So we were just putting in new tyres, trying to finish out the race. But towards the end, like I said, Bottas passed Hamilton. And towards the end, Max tried to gain on him. But I think it was Nico Hülkenberg went off the track. One of the guys went off the track. And they had the yellow flag, so he couldn't really take over in that sector. And that kept Hamilton in head. And he finished the race in second place with them hard tyres. Unbelievable. What a great achievement by Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, Bottas won the race. Good for him. Fourth or fifth winner. Yeah, good for him. But he's not the world champion, is he? He can come out all he like. He can come out all he likes. He can have a bigger beard next year. He can come out with his black glasses like Terminator 2. He can even have the Terminator 2 leather jacket on and walk into the room and say to Toto, 2.0 Bottas is gone. Here lies 3.0 Bottas. It doesn't matter if it's 5.0 Bottas. To me, you're just not good enough to win the World Championship. When it comes down to it and the last over them 20 odd races, stick with Lewis Hamilton. I'm sorry, you're just not good enough. You're going to get people going to disagree with me. Good for you, that's your opinion. Good. But in my opinion, he just ain't good enough. For me, the two people going to win this world title after Lewis Hamilton retires, the two guys, that what I can see at the moment, is Charles Leclerc or Max Verstappen. That's it. I think Vettel's not going to win the championship again either. I think Vettel's days have come and gone. I think it's still going to be a threat. It's still going to be in there, but I think his days come and gone. Now, if Vettel comes out next year and wins the world title, fair play to him. I'll be the first person to take my hat off and say respect Vettel. I'll be the first person to come out and take my hat off. First person. But in my opinion, the way it stands, the only two threats to me is Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. Maybe Bottas, but I just don't think Bottas is going to win the world title. I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm sorry. Hamilton's going to win the title next year, in my opinion, my bet. Paul Di Resta was forced to say today that he believes he's going to win the world title. I think he's going to win the title. I think Hamilton's going to win the 8-time world title and before he retires. I think he's the favourite to win it next year because the new regulations don't kick into 2021. So it's going to be the same regulations next year in 2020. I think Hamilton's going to win the title next year. He's 34 now. He's going to be 35 next year. So he's still good. Hamilton said he's not even hit his peak yet. I think Hamilton's going to win it next year. And then when the regulations change, I don't know, maybe he'll give it a couple of years. I'm not saying he's going to win next year and the year after. I'm saying I think he's going to win it next year. And then when the new regulations come in and see what happens, if it takes a couple of years to get used to the regulations, he will get that 8th world title in my opinion. In my opinion. He's 5 podiums away of breaking the Michael Schumacher podium record. He's about 8 races away from breaking Michael Schumacher race win record. And he's 2 away from breaking Michael Schumacher's championship record. He's already pole king in counting. He's got about 90 poles now, not far off. If I'm wrong, I don't know. I know he's not far off. 20 ahead of Michael Schumacher in the poles. He's breaking records every track he goes to. He don't know if it's Canada, USA, Russia. Everywhere he goes, he's breaking some sort of record. So when he finally leaves this sport, them people that hate him, them people that dog him, the people that are putting hate on him on Twitter, saying he's not that good, whatever. Yeah? When he leaves his sport, then you'll appreciate him, but by then it'll be too late. You just have to go on with your old school VCRs and watch old school videotapes of Lewis Hamilton. Oh, he's great. But he won't be there. So while he's here now, appreciate him, like it, and love it. Because Lewis Hamilton is a 6-time world champion. Now, the review is done. I'm going to do the final standings, how it finished. He's got Valtteri Bottas, number 1. And I don't think nobody gave a crap. If you said to Valtteri Bottas, right now, would you either take the win at the USA or win the World Championship? I'm sure we'll say you win the World Championship. So we got Bottas in first. Second, we have Lewis Hamilton, 6-time world champion. Third, Max Verstappen. Fourth, Charles Leclerc. Fifth, Alexander Albon. Sixth, Daniel Ricciardo. Seventh, Lando Norris. Eighth, Carlos Sainz. Ninth, Nico Hulkenberg. 10th, Sergio Perez. 11th, Kimi Raikkonen. 12th, Daniel Fiat. 13th, Stroll. 14th, Antonio Giovinazzi. Roman Grosjean. 15th. 16th, Pierre Gasly. 17th, George Russell. 18th, Kevin Magnussen. 19th, Robert Kubica. And Vettel, done. Retired from the race because his race was a DNF. And it was a retirement from Robert Kubica as well. Now, let's have a look at the videos. See, we've got the interviews coming up. Oh, look at this. Right. Let's start with, who should we have? Another thing, when the race finished as well, when they went into the cool-down area, when they finished the race, Sebastian Vettel came into the cool-down room, gave Lewis Hamilton a hug and said, congratulations. That's respect. Bottas was just standing there like a schoolboy, like he's lost his toys. Like someone's took his lunch money off him. Someone's took his money for his lunch. That's what Bottas just stood there like a complete amateur. Vettel came over, 4-time world champion. He knows what it's like to win the championship. Like I said, he won it 4 times. Comes over to Hamilton and says, you know what? Congratulations. Respect. Respect. Now, let's start with Lando Norris. Frustrated at the end. Up and down race. A bit like his sim racing. His channel's cool, man. If you didn't watch his video, go and watch his channel. Cool, man.
Be there on the feel.
Hey Lando, mega start, great race. How was it out there for you today?
Up and down. No mixed feelings, I think. Obviously, as a result for us as a team, P7, P8, very good. For myself, P7, again, 1 place. A bit frustrated it was Daniel who was ahead of me. As they're the guys we want to be trying to beat. But today, I think we were kind of expecting them to be a bit faster, the Renaults. And especially Daniel, who was closest to us, which he was showing. But we almost got him with the alternate strategy and the 2-stop. 1 more corner maybe, and I could have had a chance. If there wasn't the yellow flags, I probably would have given it a shot then. So yeah, I'm happy. Good points for us. A race where I didn't have any unlucky moments and didn't have any problems. So it was nice to have a clean race, one that I could focus on my driving and just try and do a good job.
And just a quick word on Lewis and his 6th world title. What do you make of it?
What do I make of it? I don't know what I'm going to say here. I'm happy for him, obviously. I don't know what it feels like winning a world championship, so can't really say it. But
Another dumb question. Even he said what he already said. He said it about 5 times for the weekend. He's happy for him. What do you expect him to say? Right, let's go Bottas. A great weekend, but I could have done better this year. Yeah, but you said that last year, didn't you? You said that last year, didn't you, Bottas? You come into Toto's room at Brackley. He went into Toto's office and he said, Toto, I'm a new man. I'm going to win it. I'm a new man. Even grew a nice little beard. Probably going to be not longer next year. And he said, Toto's here, 2.0. But you never won it, did you? You failed. And next year, you're going to do the same. You're going to go into Toto's office and he's going to go, Bottas is here, 3.0. And you're still not going to win it. Don't talk, do.
One, two. Be there. Long
Valtteri, congratulations, great drive, great weekend overall. Just sum it up for us.
Yeah, good weekend obviously with a pole position and the race win today. It's everything that I could really do. So for this race as an individual weekend, I'm really happy, and it definitely gave a big smile on my face when I crossed the line because it was a nice and tough race. It didn't come easy. Really had to fight for it and take every single opportunity along the way. Always had to keep pushing, either gaining advantage or gaining gap to the car ahead. So race went pretty quickly. But on the other hand, I've lost the championship. Lewis won it. He was more consistent, did less mistakes throughout the season, and he performed on a good level. And there was things that I could have done better in some of the races. And yeah, so a little bit mixed feelings, but obviously big congrats to him. He deserves it. So yeah, championship is now over basically, but I take the positives. There's lots of positives. I made big gains since last year, example looking at this race, and that's why I can't wait for next year. It's going to be good fun.
Whatever, Bottas. Let's move on. We got Max Verstappen. Mercedes bit too much, but happy. Mercedes had a bit too much, but happy to finish third.
One, two. Be there.
Too much of these adverts, man.
Hi Max, strong day out there, strong weekend overall. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it was good start, and then basically just trying to follow Valtteri, but it seemed like they had a bit more pace than us, but still it was always like 6-7 seconds, so it was not very bad. Basically just did my own race. We did a 2-stop. I think it was the right way to go. It was the most competitive. Very happy to finish third. We should have finished second, but the last 2 laps the yellow flag hurt me on the straight, of course, so I couldn't pass. And then I realized after the race I was missing quite a big piece of my floor. So that is a shame, because otherwise I think we would have been more competitive.
And just a quick word on Lewis. You've raced him for many years now. What do you make of his 6th world title?
It's of course very impressive to win 6 titles. You need to be very consistent for it, and he clearly deserves it.
Well said, boy, Max. Not like Bottas. Let's have a look what we got. There you go. Charles Leclerc. No idea where our pace was today. I know. That's what everyone's wondering, Charles. Let's play this.
Hey Charles, where was the pace today?
No idea. The first stint was incredibly difficult. I didn't find the pace. I'm pretty sure something was wrong with the tires. We need to understand, because the first stint was really weird. The second and third stint was a little bit better, but still off the pace. So we need to understand. Today have been a very difficult day.
And just a quick word on Lewis's 6th world title. It's quite an achievement. What do you make of it?
Well, of course, it's an achievement. Already won World Championship is an achievement, so 6 is even more of it. I think everyone of us drivers in Formula 1 respect Lewis, and I definitely do. He's a great champion, and this year the best has won. I think he has proved in many occasions. He has done an excellent job, and congratulations to him.
See, more nice words. The only one that gave any nice words over why he was a bit whatever was Bottas. Wait, isn't it? So whoever we got, where's Vettel? No, we've got Vettel somewhere. Have we got Vettel on here? There we go. We've got a special here, MotoGP legend, Rossi and Marquez paid tribute to Lewis Hamilton. Let's play this video.
Lewis Hamilton, champion of the world!
Ciao Lewis, great congratulations for this victory. Is another championship. You're great. You're driving fantastic, and every year you are stronger. And
I can't really play that because of the means I don't want to get done for copyright. Don't want my video to get flagged, so that's just the way it is. But Rossi and Marquez paying tribute to Hamilton. Now we've got the last video, we've got Lewis Hamilton. Lewis 6 sounds good, but it's not sunk in yet. Bet it ain't.
Lewis Hamilton, 6-time world champion. How does that sound?
I like it. I like it. I really like number 6. Sounds good, but it doesn't really. It's not sunk in quite just yet.
I know it's more than 5.
I feel fresh. I feel like I'm ready for another race. It's odd.
Yeah, 5.
It was a tough race that was, and I still feel like I'm ready to keep going. I feel like going on a jog. I feel energized. I feel very. It's a very humbling experience today to be around my family. All my, a lot of my best friends are here supporting me. We lost Nikki this year, so it's been an emotional roller coaster and a really turbulent year in terms of the feelings outside. But double world titles.
Lewis, you said last night, you said every world title's felt different. What's unique about this one right now?
I would say what's unique is the journey. This year has been, you probably won't realize, but we've had to work harder than ever before within the team, within the engineers, myself, to continue to put out the results that I've been able to deliver throughout the year, especially with a lot of the things that have been around outside of the sport. Losing Nikki, who's a real pivot point within our team, and we miss him every day, but he's here with us in spirit. And I know right now he'll be taking off his cap for me and giving me a hug, and probably having some sort of tears. He'll probably get emotional today. But I think just staying centered. You've got the new up-and-coming kids who are pushing and delivering great results. You've got Ferrari and Red Bull who really pushed us to the limit in the second half of the season. Just a new journey.
Congratulations, Lewis. You know what we Dutchies like, so what we love from Lewis, is that you're not going to wait until the championship comes to you. You just want to win this one.
I just take it one race at a time. So we had a great race today, and also, I don't know if me and Max spoke before the race because we were standing next to each other on the grid, and we kind of embraced each other, and it's easy to misinterpret things, and I say something, he says something, and we just squashed it because I got so much respect for this kid. He's doing such a great job, and he's a champion of the future. So I was like, look, let's go out there and have a great race today, and I think we did. So I think that was awesome, and he's done a great job this year. Valtteri did a fantastic job today. So,
I only asked Max if he said to you, "This is your last championship."
You said that to him?
No, I was wondering if he said that to you.
Oh no, I don't know. Maybe he was thinking it, but and I'm thinking the opposite.
So more fights ahead.
I hope so. Just got to stay fit and in shape, and mentally, physically. Thank you. Just exercise.
Lewis Hamilton, 6-time world champion. This is it, folks. This is the review finishing the 2019 F1 USA Grand Prix race day review. 2 races to go: Brazil, Abu Dhabi. Then we are done. Season finishes in December, early December. First time I've remembered that it's finished in December, but this year is finished in December, which is a good thing because then we'll have to wait a couple more months and the season starts again. I've had a good year this year. I went to Silverstone again. Went there last year. Went to Spa. Belgian Grand Prix. Loved it. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, Lewis Hamilton, world champion again. In my opinion, I think he's the favourite to win it next year, and maybe he's going to, well, not maybe, I think he's definitely going to win an 8th one. Then that'll be it for me. I don't think I think 8 and that's it. 8 and done. As you heard on this video, He's still motivated to do this. He's not even hit his peak yet, he's saying. He wants to be an inspiration for kids. He wants to be the pioneer for the new era. He ain't going anywhere. So, you haters out there, you can hate him as much as you want. Ain't going to make no difference. He's still going to keep winning. I'm not saying he's going to win every race, but all them records that are right there, what's held by Schumacher, well, some of them records are held by Hamilton now, but all them records that are held by Schumacher, they're all getting broke. All of them, in my opinion. So this is Solo P1 signing out of the 2019 F1 USA Grand Prix. See you later, guys. See you 2 weeks in Brazil. Bye.